Okay, I think I started up stream. Let me just share the link a couple places. And then we'll get ready for this Nintendo Direct. Exciting stuff. I just woke up, so if I'm a little off. I just woke up and I have a bit of a cold, and it's super hot today. So it's like kind of an uncomfortable day. But I'm very excited for this Direct. I think it's going to be a pretty good one, honestly. I really do. I know it's like the end of the Switch's lifespan here, so it's sort of like, is this going to be a good one? Is it not going to be a good one? But I think it's going to be a pretty good one. People starting to jump in chat. Hey, what's up, everybody? Like I said, just sharing the link a couple places, and then I'll pay attention to the chat. We got about a half hour to go, so a little while here. But I figured we can hang out and chat, talk about stuff before this thing starts. Some said they were awake forever. Yeah, oh man, me too. I did not sleep much last night. I slept like, it's weird, I slept like early. I fell asleep at like 9 p.m., but I woke up at like 1 a.m. And then basically it's been up since then. I think I slept for maybe like another hour at some random hour in between then and now. I was like, I gotta sleep. And then I slept and immediately popped back up. I was like, all right, well now I'm just awake. And it was like 3 or 4 hours ago. I was like, all right, I'm just doing this. Here for the memes. $1.99 donation. Thank you so much. Papa, love you, man. Watching since Banjo Speculation. Awesome. Cool. The good old days. The good old days when we were watching to see what Smash characters we'd get, hoping we'd get Banjo. Now, let me know if my sound is good. I'm actually using a different microphone than usual. Well, it's a microphone I've been using for my last couple of videos, but my other microphone was starting to sound... I was like, it kept... I don't know what the word is for it. Scratching my voice out when I get too loud, so I use my old microphone here. So hopefully I have it set up nicely with the sound from the computer for the Direct. But let me know how the sound is. Any machetes in the background of your latest speculation video? No, I haven't. I don't think since I kind of hinted at Jason, Ruby, and Agent Smith in videos. Since that, I have not hinted any characters. So no, there's been no background hints. Or any, like, Nintendo Direct. Anything I've said for the Nintendo Direct, I've just said it. I haven't, like, hidden anything anywhere. So, anything I'm speculating about the Nintendo Direct, trying to predict about this one. I'm not 100% on anything, too. I mean, I keep saying that in videos, but I do want to be clear here. I'm decently confident in, like, two things. One is the two... I'll probably keep saying this till we get there, but one is the 2D Zelda game. I think there's going to be a 2D Zelda game starring Zelda. I probably in the Link's Awakening art style, or Link's Awakening remake art style. But this is just me kind of putting rumors together. I'm not 100%. I don't know what's in this Direct. So, I don't know. If this Direct goes by and that doesn't happen, I still think it's probably going to happen. Like, it'll still be my prediction for what I think is going to happen with Zelda. But I'm assuming it's probably here. But that is, again, it's speculative, though. So if it doesn't happen, but I'm pretty confident. And then the other one is, I think Prime 4 is going to be here. I think we're going to get a look at that. I know a lot of people are probably predicting that just because the timing feels pretty right. But yeah, I've heard likely it's releasing in the fall and it's going to be the holiday title. So if that's true, I feel like they have to show it here. Again, I don't know what's in this Direct. So neither of those things I know, like I don't know anything in the Direct. So if we pass this Direct and neither of those things happen, I'd still like be predicting what I just said, but both those things feel like, well, they're probably in this Direct because it's like the last hurrah for the Switch. It feels like for this Direct, so the rumors have to, kind of culminate here. Yeah, so that's my those are my predictions. Not 100%, but that's my predictions. Pretty confident, and I'm more confident even the Prime 4 thing. I was not as confident as the 2D Zelda thing. Now I don't know. On the verge here, I'm thinking, yeah, I think those two things are probably here. Yeah, so that's what we're going into with this. Those are my two big predictions. I know Pioro, I've been watching Pioro, and they really haven't tweeted out much. They started to tweet out a few hints late last night, but like kind of there was one thing they said like might happen. There was another thing that they said. What was? Oh, they posted some emojis. It was a boat, like a city with a sunset behind it. One of them was the Tokyo Tower, but there was something in between those. And then an island, I think, with the sun. And they posted something about summer underneath that. And then people were guessing at Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games because the Tokyo Tower kind of looks like the Eiffel Tower, and the Paris Olympics are the next Olympics. But Pyro straight up said they never said Mario and Sonic after like a news article came out with that. And then they said just very recently that it's not a first-party Nintendo game because people are also guessing Tomodachi Life. So it just doesn't seem like Pyro has much info on this one. So I'm really curious if they no longer have whatever their means of getting information was at least blocked for this one. So yeah, I don't know. I know people were speculating if they're getting stuff from the YouTube back end, like videos put up or not. They kept saying no, but yeah, but maybe Nintendo has blocked other avenues. So I don't know. Don't know. Pickmang, 99-cent donation. Thank you so much. Metroid Prime 2+3 HD. That would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool. I haven't heard that. It's totally possible, though. Like, I do not hear everything. I hear small, but for Nintendo stuff, I hear very small bits and pieces that I have to just kind of look at what rumors are floating around and try and, put the puzzles together if multiple places start saying stuff and stuff like that. But yeah, I have not heard Prime 2+3 anything, but it's totally possible it could be happening. Yeah. Performing a ritual to summon Tomodachi Life 2. Yeah, I mean, that would be cool. I don't know if that's... But that would be first-party Nintendo, so whatever Pyoro was hinting at, it wouldn't be that. And Tomodachi Life could still be here, of course. Yeah. Doom says, I honestly just want to be surprised. Well, I mean, this is a nice one, because the thing with Pyoro in the last few directs, and last, whatever, however long Pyoro's been doing stuff, is that it is a bit of a bummer because their track record is 100%. When people are less certain, like even people who get things right, it's like, oh, cool, and I think that might happen. If it's not 100%, it's like, it's different, it's a little different than it being 100% like, oh, it's a Pyoro leak, so we're definitely getting it. When it's someone just saying like, hey, I think this is going to be there, or even someone saying, this is a leak, this is what it is, but you look at their track record and it's like, well, they've gotten something right before, but they've also gotten like the other two things wrong. So I don't know. That leaves the fun in it. It feels less like just a definitive leak and more just like a maybe rumor. So yeah, Pyoro not posting stuff is honestly kind of nice. I mean, I'm not like I'm cool with Pyoro, whatever. But yeah, it does kind of stink if you're just so certain, if you're just like, oh, well, that confirms it. Like, if that was just happening the last couple of days, then, it's a little less fun. Amiibo news. Are Amiibo finally dead? So, there was a post on Reddit yesterday with an image of apparently some Splatoon 3 Amiibo. I forget who it was for, but there's supposedly some Splatoon 3 Amiibo, if that image was true. We haven't gotten a new Amiibo since Sora. So I was in the same camp thinking, hey, maybe Amiibo are done. We're moving on to Switch 2. Maybe they're just done with Amiibo. But if that Splatoon Amiibo is real, then yeah, we could get some new Amiibo announced here, which would be cool. I did hear a long time ago. This was one of the only things I heard about Prime 4, which was that it was going to have... Excuse me a second. So I said I was sick earlier. Which I am, so I'm a little... My throat is going to be a little weird here and there, but I got water. But I'd heard a while back a rumor that Prime 4 would supposedly have Amiibo support. But I didn't know if that meant that Prime 4 would be getting new Amiibo for it, or if that just meant it would have Amiibo functionality in some way. There's quite a few Metroid Amiibos. There were the ones for the Metroid 2 Samus Returns game. There were Metroid Dread Amiibo. So, it was possible. Oh, maybe it just uses old Amiibo in some way. Or maybe it's getting new amiibo. I don't know. That was the only amiibo stuff I'd heard until the Reddit thing yesterday, which it could be a fake image leak. You know, people fake images and stuff. But I think Splatoon 3, also in the code for Splatoon 3, I think it had like a missing spot for amiibo support or something. So these could be that missing spot. I'm not totally certain of that. I only heard that yesterday. After the Reddit thing popped up, I don't remember where I heard it. Someone was saying, hey, there's something in the code. And I like kind of recall maybe hearing that a while back. But yeah. I got a clone that works at Chili's. I literally asked him if he was me. I don't work at Chili's, so no, that wasn't me. I have met people who recognize me though every once in a while. It does happen here and there. I was at a Lego store, and a guy working at the Lego store came over to me and was like, "Do you do YouTube videos?" And I was like, "Yeah." And the best one was when Smash Ultimate came out that night. I went to GameStop to get the game, and like. I had streamed the Game Awards, because the Game Awards had happened. The Joker reveal happened, or I don't know if I streamed it. I don't know if I was streaming back then, but I recorded myself. And then my brother, like the whole time I'm watching the Game Awards, watching it or streaming it, whatever it was, he was like, "Come on, we gotta go." No, I definitely streamed it. Yeah, I was streaming by that point. And he was like, we gotta go pick up the game. And like, I just barely saw the Joker reveal. And I was like, oh sweet, wow. I was almost gonna just like shut it off early and go. But then we go to GameStop, and I'm there in the GameStop or whatever, and some guy like walks in, and he looks, and he's like, what? And he's like, are you PapaGenos? I was like, yeah. He's like, I was just watching you. Like, why are you here? And I was like, well, I gotta pick up Smash. Like, of course I'm here. It was funny. That was the best one. Yeah. But no, I don't work at Chili's, so whoever you met at Chili's, just a doppelganger. Thoughts on MultiVersus, the gameplay, microtransactions, the patches? Oh man, I could probably talk for a really long time about MultiVersus, and my thoughts on what's up with it. Microtransactions are too heavy, though it seems that they just did something that gives you like a bunch more Battle Pass XP, so that was nice. They did that like I think last night. It's like what you do in Rifts now gives you some Battle Pass or something. And they've like slowly been kind of loosening the reins on that stuff. I haven't had dropped games. I've heard other people say they get a bunch of dropped games, specifically on Xbox, though I've heard at least one person who has really bad dropped games on other platforms. I don't get that many dropped games, so that doesn't really bother me. They've moved the Battle Pass XP for just matches from 0 to like you win, you get 10, you lose, you get 5, to now you win, you get 50, you lose, you get 25. So they're like slowly fixing stuff. And they took away Iron Giant, got rid of a bunch of his infinites, put him back. He still has an infinite. So like they're polishing the game. So my overall thoughts on it are they'll probably fix it up, and in a few months, 6 months, a year, whatever it is, it has so much potential. That's the whole thing with MultiVersus. It has so much potential. So maybe they'll get the whole currency system right. They'll get how much you should earn from everything right. Like Agent Smith right now seems like impossible, even when all the rifts open up. Like it just seems like that's going to be impossible to get him early. But maybe they'll get all the balance of all that right. They'll fix the whatever people are getting dropped games, fix the balance of the characters, whatever. It's a long process. But my overall thought is that maybe they shouldn't have gone offline. Like, I know they redid the whole thing in Unreal 5, but maybe it would have been better to just leave the game up in open beta and just say, hey, we're not going to do any new content for, like, a year, but the game's still up. We're going to take your feedback. We're going to be tweaking the system the whole time. And, maybe now we wouldn't have to have them doing all that now. Like, it could have just been that whole year, could have had everyone basically testing the game for them. Yeah, the player count would have been low. Yeah, there would have been no content. But they could have just said, it's in open beta. We will eventually take it out of beta. We're just going to, wait. But it could have stayed live, and I think it probably would have been better to do it that way. I don't know if they would have been able to switch to Unreal 5, but I don't know how necessary that was either. That's kind of my thoughts on it, because the only really reason to take it away from us was to then have a relaunch, so that you can maybe get everybody back, because, well, that was the beta. Here's the relaunch. Oh, the game's great. It's really good now. Yeah, boo, boo, boo. Boom, we're there. But they didn't have a strong relaunch. So now it's kind of like, well, why did you take the game down Why are there issues that weren't in beta that are now here? Like, you know, so leaving a game to continually grow. Like, think about games like No Man's Sky or Fallout 76 or Cyberpunk. Like, they come out, not that, like, everybody's not that happy with them, but they, you know, they're just out, and the developers just keep working on it, and then a few years later, it's like, hey, the game's pretty good now, and they get this resurgence. That can still happen for MultiVersus, I feel like, but the only reason to take it away was to then hopefully relaunch with a slam dunk, like hit a home run on the relaunch, so everybody, their eyes are back on your game then, and it's like, oh, it's perfect now. And now it's just like, well, we got it back, but now we got to wait for them to fix it up again. It's like, okay, I could have just been doing that the whole time. So that's my thoughts on MultiVersus. But I'm gonna get off of MultiVersus stuff because today's a Nintendo Direct day. So let's talk Nintendo Direct stuff. WB really WB'd the hell out of MultiVersus. Yeah, I mean the microtransaction stuff. I don't know how much that is player first games or how much that is, WB. Probably, I imagine WB is responsible for a lot of the currency and pricing and microtransaction-y stuff of that game. Someone said Tomodachi Life? ? Possibly. I don't know. It seemed like Pyro was hinting at something that was either Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games or Tomodachi Life, but then they came out and said no. What they were hinting at was not a first-party Nintendo game. So, I mean, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games wouldn't be a first-party Nintendo game, but they also kind of directly shot down Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games because a news article came out and said, Pyro hints at Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, and he said, I never said that, back to that article. So, I don't know, but that doesn't mean Tomodachi Life couldn't be here. It's just, I have no idea either way, and the Pyro hint that was maybe that people were talking about, who knows. Metroid Prime 4 for 2024, yes, that is, I'm, the two big things, I've said this before, but I'll probably keep saying it, the two big things I'm predicting here, 2D Zelda game starring Zelda, and Metroid Prime 4 being here. And I'm thinking Metroid Prime 4 is going to be here. I don't know either of those for certain. It is speculative. But the big reason I think Metroid Prime 4 is going to be here is because likely, from what I'm gathering, likely it's releasing in the fall. And if it's releasing in the fall, probably the big holiday title this year, I feel like it's got to be here then, right? I mean, maybe there'd be a September Direct. Maybe they'd save it for a September Direct and release it in, like, November or something, or October, whatever. But that seems unlikely to me. We waited 7 years for it. If it is releasing this year, which I believe it is, I think it's fall launch, like I'm saying, then my prediction here, and I'm feeling more and more confident in it, it's got to be here. So, those two things, that's what I'm thinking are here. Strike seems weird. So late in the lifespan, so my expectations are low, but everyone seems so hyped. Excuse me. Yeah. It is late in the Switch's lifespan, so you would assume, nothing that it can't be that much here. But we also have a very empty year in front of us right now, so they got to fill it up with something. We have things like Prime 4, which we have heard about for a long time. Supposedly, a Switch title is what we've been told the whole time. So, that one. And then just the fact that if Nintendo feels confident enough to move the Switch to the Switch successor console into next year, 2025, then they must have some stuff this year, right? And personally, I mean, the two things I'm predicting, if they're both here, if we get a 2D Zelda game, if we get Look at Prime 4 and it's coming out this year, and we get let's this isn't mine, but I've heard, this is my prediction, but I've heard other people speculating this, and other I think Jeff Grubb first talked about it, but I've heard other people talking about it. If we got Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD, that right there, 2D Zelda, Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD, and Prime 4, that right there alone is that's a really good Direct in my opinion. If there's other stuff in here, like a Mario Party, or I don't know what else. People are talking about Tomodachi Life, maybe I don't know. Star Fox, Donkey Kong, Kirby, F-Zero, whatever. There's one of those things or something. That's a very strong Direct, in my opinion. So that's what I'm thinking. Oh, Pokemon news. Yeah, Pokemon Z through A. I think that might probably not be here and be in a Pokemon Presents, but I don't know either way. But if that was here, I'll look at Pokemon Z through A, Metroid Prime 4, a 2D Zelda game plus the ports from the Wii U, like, and maybe like a Mario Party, maybe another Nintendo first, like that would be really strong. That would be very strong. I know it's the end of the Switch's lifespan, but that's not outside the realm possibility to get all that stuff. I also have this giant thing of apple juice. Like I said, I'm a little sick, so my throat's a little weird today. And I'm gonna, I talk a lot, obviously, when I'm streaming and stuff, so it's a thing. I just gotta keep drinking liquids. It's not like I'm not like that sick, but I'm like, I have like a little bit of a head cold, which is weird because it just got really hot where I am. It's like a heat wave here in New England, so I don't know. It's weird to have a cold into that, but I think that's kind of holding back my cold from being too bad, honestly. Pyro just posted. What did they post? Bremen, hope you feel better. Thanks. Bremen is a buddy of mine from high school, so thanks, man. Drink plenty of water. I got water too. I got a big thing of apple juice. Juice for whatever. Like if my throat starts to feel itchy, if I drink juice, it's better than water. But I have been pounding water. Try to get over it. Star Fox or DK, because we never get any of those games. Yeah, so DK. I mean, it's possible to get something DK here. I think there's something in the works for DK that's further out. I won't get into that one because it's like, potentially far out, and it's that one's very hypothetical, rumored. If it doesn't come to pass, it doesn't come to pass. Whatever. Not something I want to start, speculating and predicting. Really, I only heard small nuggets of that. But because of that, I'm thinking, okay, probably not here. Whatever's DK is probably further. And I could be totally wrong about that, but that's just my personal how I'm looking at it. Yeah. Star Fox though. Star Fox hasn't done like anything for Switch, so it would be cool to get something Star Fox here. But I haven't heard one way or the other, so. Sounds like I'm allergic to juice. Maybe. More Kid Icarus rumors. Yeah, the Kid Icarus rumors, I think, stemmed from Sakurai himself. I think in one of his YouTube videos, he said something like, wouldn't it be cool if someone remade Kid Icarus Uprising? And it was kind of like, yeah, that would be cool. Like, what you talking about here? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but that could be here. That's. Oh, Genealogy of the Holy War. Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. That's a rumor that's been going for a long time. Man, I made a whole prediction video. If you want to know what I'm predicting, just watch the prediction video. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. We're gonna see the Dark Moon trailer again. It comes out June 27th, so like a week from now ish. I'm sure something will be in here. They'll usually already announce games that are coming out that soon. It might just be in like the highlight reel towards the end that might just like remind everybody, hey, this game's coming out. I don't know if it'll get a focused spot. Also, there's a 40-minute long direct, which is a pretty long one, so should be a decent amount of stuff in here. Another reason to think this one probably isn't necessarily like it's the end of the Switch's lifespan. There's not gonna be much here. Any news on the new Gwimbly game? Oh man, so the thing with Gwimbly is that like the owner of the company that makes Gwimbly, he's this awful dude. He just sits around eating like chicken nuggets all the time, and he's like totally focused on microtransactions and like edgy first-person shooter games and stuff like that. So I don't know if we'll ever get a new Gwimbly game. I know Gwimbly got in that crossover fighting game recently, so that was cool. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about getting an actual new Gwimbly title. It would be tough. It would be tough to get around, the company that owns that one. Yeah, it's their IP to sit on and do nothing with, which is just what they do. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's people in chat right now who are like, Gwimbly? I don't even know what that is, because it's been so long. Fire Emblem HD. I mean, I feel like if there's something Fire Emblem, it's probably Genealogy of the Holy War, because that's just been a thing for a while. How do I feel about Mr. Boss getting in when he's never been in a game before? Yeah, I mean, it's like fourth party characters. It's what I always call that, a character outside of video games. It's weird, but Mr. Boss is one of those characters. It's kind of like Mike Tyson from Punch-Out or Tony Hawk. He's in the Tony Hawk games. Like, they're real people. Mr. Boss is a real person. But I'm cool. I'm cool with them getting in because they're such a they're cool. Yeah, they're cool. Mr. Boss is cool, so I allow it. It doesn't bother me that much. Even though if maybe in general I'm against like fourth party characters getting in. Yeah, Dracula is technically a fourth party character. Actually, yeah, I think I mean I kind of made this up, but I laid this out like in a video a long time ago. That fourth party characters are fictional characters, but they're not from video games. So like Goku is a fourth party character, Dracula is a fourth party character, and then so I said fourth party before. Fifth party characters are for real people like Mike Tyson and Tony Hawk, stuff like that. But I made that whole thing up. I have no idea. It made sense to me. It was like third party are not owned by the parent company; they're owned by other companies. Fourth party is fictional characters, and fifth party are real people. And then second party, which I don't even know if that's a thing either. Second party I labeled as like Pokemon. Like Nintendo partially owns Pokemon, but so does Game Freak and the Pokemon Company. So yeah, I don't know. Like that's just the way I look at it. But it works so well, right? Like it has this like tier quality to it that works so well. What are sixth party other dimensional beings that we're not aware of? I don't know. Pyoro said a 2D Zelda remake about 20 minutes ago. Did they? Ooh, that would be in contrast to me saying a 2D Zelda new game starring Zelda. Ooh, we're butting heads. We're butting heads here. Unless maybe there's both. I don't know. Maybe the sixth party was the friends we made along the way. New Smash later 2025. So I do feel like Smash is probably in development right now. I think that Sakurai had probably started working on Smash when he said in one of his videos, I think it was back like maybe even late last year in one of his videos, he said like he didn't say I'm currently creating games. I forget how he put it. He said for the time being I'm still working on games or something like that. And then we got Spirit events for Smash Ultimate, which means somebody came back in to make those Spirit events. Excuse me for a second. And then somebody came back into the studio to do that. Namco opened up Studio 2 and Studio S to work exclusively on Nintendo games. Studio S, I believe, is just the Smash studio, the studio that was working on Smash before. And they were hiring people up until like I think February is when that supposedly ended. Though Stealth just posted about it the other day on Twitter. And then Sakurai just the other day said they just recorded his last YouTube video, so he's got to be back full time making games. And he said that it's safe to assume there'll be another Smash game, that he'll that he would be at the helm of it. He can't imagine it without him at the helm of it. So I definitely think Smash is in the works. Probably has been for at least like I'd guess like 6 months now. At least this year, if not probably a little bit before that, would be my guess based on all that. So when we'll actually see Smash, I don't know, but like Switch 2, if it's coming out next year, maybe like next year around this time, maybe next year's June Direct, they'll maybe do like with the Splatoon thing, like hint at Smash, and then the following like March or something, February Direct, whatever, maybe they'll actually be like, it's coming out. I don't know. That would be maybe my earliest time frame for Smash, but who knows? It's weird because games take longer now. You know, if you're gonna make a Smash that's got to follow Smash Ultimate, it's got to be a pretty big game. So, you know. Do I have a guess on Piero's cryptic tweet with emojis from last night? My guess was Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, but then Piero wrote back to an article that said, Piero hints at Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, and they said, I never said that. So, and then they said it wasn't a first-party Nintendo title, which I think Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games would be a SaGa title, technically. But I don't have a good guess at it. My guess is for Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games and Tomodachi Life, but neither of those seem to fit, so I don't know. Someone in chat said Pioro just hinted at or said, or I don't know, I didn't see it myself, but someone in chat said Pioro said a 2D Zelda remake is happening. I I'm obviously predicting a new 2D Zelda game starring Zelda. But maybe it's both. I mean, maybe both is happening. I don't know. But that's that would butt heads if they did predict that. I haven't seen it, so I don't know. Maybe someone in chat was just messing with me. Maybe a Zelda remake with a shorter expansion starring Zelda. That's possible. That would, like Bowser's Fury, that would be possible. That would corroborate both. I did say mine was like, it's speculative. Like, I'm basing it off of things I've heard. I'm pretty confident in it though. So I do think we'll see it. But yeah, if it's like something a little different, like, oh, they redid the Oracle games, but there's also a Zelda section where you play a Zelda. Like, okay. But I was assuming it was a new game. So that's what I heard. He said 2D Zelda remake from okay, well, I'm hearing 2D Zelda new game starring Zelda. So we will see. We will see. Person said take it with a grain of salt. Ooh, okay. All right. Well, I'm not saying grain of salt with mine. I'm just saying mine's a little speculative, but I'm pretty confident in it. So we will see. Yeah, my two things are, I think 2D Zelda game starring Zelda, and I do think we're going to see Prime 4 here, because I think it's going to be coming out this year, like in the fall or holiday title. I don't know. Like, I say coming out in the fall, but if it comes out like, I don't know when fall transitions into winter, if it's like November or whatever, and it's like, hey, it was actually a winter release. Like, like, come on. But I'm hearing, it's there. It's there. Supposedly, that's just what I've gathered. But so those are my two things I'm guessing at. Oh, we got 1 minute. What? Or 1 minute till 10 a.m. anyway. Is this video still? Am I good? Am I getting scared? Is it like not doing anything? And YouTube usually counts stuff down. 10 a.m. Boom. Okay, here we go. Let me know if the sound is good. Can you guys hear it? Sound good? Ooh, something Mario. Whoa, is it Mario and Luigi game? If it's a Mario and Luigi game, man, we have had a lot of love for Mario RPG stuff. Oh, he doesn't have a socks. Maybe not. Maybe something else. Luigi. Mario and Luigi? Is it a new one? Or is it a remake? Connie, okay, that's new, right? I don't remember that from any of the games. So it's got to be a new one. Wow, I thought the series was just gone. Dude. Mario RPG games have gotten so much love. That's awesome. This is a good one. I love the abilities. Yeah, Mario RPG fans are eating very good. Oh man, put Gino in this. Gino cameoed in the first Mario and Luigi game. Put Gino in here. Make my day. Brothership. Oh man, cool. It looks like it was like very islandy, so probably ship. Brothership's in like wooden. That's a cool one. Hello, everyone. That's a surprise. We get Super Mario RPG, 1,000 Years Door, and now Brothership. That's awesome. We got a lot of Mario RPG stuff.
That was the first new entry in the Mario and Luigi series in almost 9 years. Mario and Luigi
I thought it was just gone. I thought the series was just done.
Please look forward to a seafaring adventure that unfolds across mysterious islands, as well as evolved Bros moves with Mario and Luigi. Okay, let's see the first batch of headlines.
Bring the championships home.
All right, obviously you can talk about this. I think it comes out today, actually.
The thrill of the Nintendo World
Can I ask for the volume up? I'll turn it up a little bit.
To the Nintendo Switch system. Take on over 150 speedrunning challenges from across 13 NES games, from lightning-fast feats to action-packed battles. Familiarize yourself with each challenge and perfect your timing. Then give it your best shot and aim for the top of the online leaderboards. You can also try more difficult.
I do like that Nintendo is acknowledging like the speedrunning community, acknowledging that people play these old games hyper competitively. So that's pretty cool.
Stuck on a legend challenge? Check out classified information.
I think this comes out. Someone said they thought this already came out. It comes out today, I believe. I believe June 18th is actually the release date. Which I'm surprised I didn't see many people like speculating. Hey, maybe we'll get the direct on June 18th because this is coming out. But I believe it comes out today.
Will you be the last one standing?
The physical, anyway. Yeah, today. There you go, July 18th.
Launches on Nintendo Switch, July 18th.
Oh wait, no, it's June. Okay, so my bad. I probably got the months confused. My bad. No, it comes out in a month. 18th threw me off.
The final battle of Fairy Tail is about to begin. Relive the climactic Alvarez Empire arc from the hit anime Fairy Tail in this action RPG.
I watched like
Set in the fast
it might have just been like the first episode, maybe like the first 2 or 3 episodes of Fairy Tail. I didn't get hooked and I never went back to it. I have been watching through One Piece though, which I never thought I'd do because it's really long, but it's good.
Work together with your teammates to take down powerful enemies. Fairy Tail 2 launches on Nintendo Switch this winter.
Cool little anime.
Embark on
All right, here we go.
Fantasian.
Fantasian. This was rumored from
Final Fantasy series creator Hironobu Sakaguchi and composer Nobuo Uematsu comes the turn-based RPG.
This was like an Apple Arcade exclusive, so this is cool to get that on Switch.
Robbed of its civilization. To restore his memories, Leo must confront an evil entity threatening all mankind.
Someone's asking if Alpha Dream came back. I assume Alpha Dream did not come back, and probably some other studio is making the Mario and Luigi game. It just looks like they're, actually doing something with the series, which is surprising and cool.
To a separate dimension and fight them later. The more enemies there are, the more you can wipe out in one shot.
Let them go!
Now, let us save the world together.
Fantasian Neo Dimension launches on Nintendo Switch this holiday.
Cool, cool.
Another sport is
Hey,
coming
Switch
to
Sports.
Spoko Square.
This is probably the codename Anna game, or it was either Elsa or Anna. What the first Switch Sports was one of them, and the other one was the other one. The two Frozen protagonist character names.
Pass and shoot in 2-on-2 matches using motion controls.
Yeah, Mario and Luigi is a great way to start the Direct. That was a huge surprise. I thought we had our fill of Mario RPG stuff, and I was totally satisfied. But that is awesome.
Up to 4 players can also compete in 5-streak battle. Besides local play, you can team up with players worldwide in 2-on-2 online matches.
This is just DLC. Would they use a project name like that? I have no idea. I don't know.
This free update for Nintendo Switch Sports dunks its
Yeah, I don't know how
Nintendo
codename stuff
Switch
works at
this
all.
summer.
I don't know if they have codenames for DLC things that they're working on or what. Wonder if we'll get any farming games. It's a Nintendo Direct. Of course we will. This looks kind of neat. Oh yeah, is it the World of Steam Layton thing? Maybe. Probably not. Does have a bit of that like steampunk kind of look to it there for a second. The emoji tweet could fit the Mario and Luigi game. Yeah, but Puro said it wasn't a first-party Nintendo game that they were hinting at.
It's an array of cartoon classics. Leap into a new update for Disney Illusion Island.
Hey, cool.
Monarch's greatest detective is solving a mystery, and only
I wanted to play that, and I never got around to it. A friend of mine got it, and I think we were going to play it together, and then I never did. I love the old, like, Castle of Illusion, the old Illusion games.
To crack each case. What big secret lies at the end? Start sleuthing, because this free update launches on Nintendo Switch later today.
Hello, kitty.
Customize your character. Then befriend Hello Kitty, Kuromi, and other familiar faces in this open world adventure.
Open world adventure? Is it going to be a farming simulator though? Can I farm?
Restore Friendship Island when Hello Kitty Island Adventure launches.
I love that this game exists because Butters said it in the World of Warcraft South Park episode. He said, "I play Hello Kitty Island Adventure" before that was even a game.
Let's get loony in this wacky.
Ooh, Looney Tunes.
Play as Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, and more across 4
I'm playing as a lot of Looney Tunes stuff. We're playing MultiVersus, you know.
The full power of Acme across iconic levels in up to 4
cool to see Looney Tunes getting a lot of love in video games lately.
For falling anvils. Looney Tunes
Space Jam question mark? Yeah, I mean kinda.
Crashes onto Nintendo Switch this fall.
What's up, Doc?
That's all, folks.
Let's game on.
Emergency meeting.
Okay, here's Among Us. This is what leaked the direct date.
Being added to Among Us. Alert others when eliminated as a noisemaker. Plant tracking devices on others as a tracker. Or turn invisible while taking out players as a phantom. Suss things out when this free update for Among Us sneaks onto Nintendo Switch.
Available later today. That was the whole thing.
Today.
That it was dropping today,
A monster army
and
is at your command.
that made people think, oh, it's dropping on the 18th, but they took the video down.
A realm of monsters. Those who command and raise them are called Farmagia and play a vital role in the
Farm? Maybe is this our farm sim?
10 Farmagia must rise up against the oppressive Magus to stop his vicious reign of the underworld. Raise monsters and lead them into the fight against the Magus' army. Plant seeds, then cultivate, and harvest them to make your buddies come to life.
Yeah, you farm monsters. It's a
They can then be trained for battle.
That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Neat
Give
concept.
commands to your monsters and exploit enemy weaknesses in action-packed combat.
Farm sim number 47,000. Yeah, exactly.
Merge all of the battle buddies in your party to call forth a giant fusion summon and wreak havoc on your foes.
Everyone, attack!
Join the rebellion to stop the Magus in Farmagia, launching on Nintendo Switch November 1st.
Cool, cool. There's the farm sim. Hopefully we get 18 more. Ooh, something Donkey Kong. Hey. I was not expecting something Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong Country Returns, originally released on the Wii system, is barreling onto Nintendo Switch in HD.
Cool. All right, that's a cool one.
Cat Tribe has hypnotized the local wildlife and stolen Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong Farm Simulator.
Obstacles in the way? Just stomp them, pound them, and roll on through. Each level is filled with hijinks, but they're no match for these top bananas. From manic minecarts
game is brutally hard,
to high-flying
but very
rocket
fun.
barrels.
Especially those levels, especially the barrel levels. Remember the last barrel level was like
Hitching a ride on
absurdly
Remake.
difficult.
There are plenty of transportation methods available. Pass a joint
They're checking off the last
to
few
a
games they haven't ported to Switch
two-player
yet. Yeah.
local co-op. 80 appealing levels are in store, including the additional levels from the Nintendo 3DS version.
Oh, that's cool. All right.
Donkey
Those levels
Kong
no longer
Country
stuck on the
Returns
3DS, so that's cool.
HD swings onto the Nintendo Switch system January 16th.
All right, so it's 2025 one. So that is a little further out.
One of Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong's jungle escapades returns in HD.
Punch-Out port or remake. Oh man, I would love anything
Are in store
Punch-Out.
with these Kongs.
Even just the Punch-Out Wii game,
Please
just
take a look at
ported
this.
to Switch would be great. Is this something Zelda, perhaps? Or is it some other RPG? Oh, no. Alright, Dragon Quest. Will we find out if this is a trilogy thing or a, or not?
Journey with allies
Is it just Dragon Quest 3 or is it 1 and 2 as well? Is kind of the big question here.
on an epic adventure. Memorable encounters. Perplexing challenges. And formidable monsters await. An iconic RPG remade in HD 2D.
I've never gotten into the Dragon Quest series, so maybe I'll play this one. I know 3 is like the beloved Dragon Quest game, so probably a good one to start with.
The legacy.
Like I've played them a tiny bit, but I've never gotten into them. Like picked it up, played it for a couple hours, and then never beat one, never got far in one. That's all I've ever done.
Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D Remake. Coming to Nintendo Switch.
November 14th. All right, cool. Is it the whole trilogy or not? That was like the rumor was it was the whole trilogy, but might just be 3 then. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, okay, it's the trilogy. Nice. It's the complete trilogy. There you go. All right, there's a rumor. Okay, all right. So it's 2 separate games, but still the whole trilogy is being remade. That's cool. I like that. I dig that.
こんにちは、堀井裕二です。ドラゴンクエスト3の映像いかがでしたか？ようやく発売日を発表できて
Like
僕
this
も
line.
嬉しく思います。そして今日サプライズで発表したドラゴンクエスト1 & 2も HD2D で蘇ることが決定しました。時系列としては3が物語の
It is interesting they're doing 3 first and then 1 and 2 later. But 3 is like the most beloved one. The one I always hear about anyway.
3と1 と2どちらもぜひ楽しんでもらえたら
So I get it. I get putting 3 first, I
どう
guess.
も堀井裕二でした。
Thank you, Mr. Hori. We hope you're excited to play the entire Erdrick trilogy, now in HD 2D. Let's continue with more headlines.
Hey, Funko game. Funko Pop game.
Say hello to Jaws? Wait, He-Man?
Oh man, this might be the biggest crossover game ever if it has all the Funko Pop
The
characters.
world of Funko is coming to life in this action-adventure mashup for the ages.
Yeah, I'm not big on
With more
Funko
than
Pop either.
60 characters,
I own a
you
couple,
explore
and all of them have been
locations
gifts.
based
I don't think I've
on
ever
over
actually
200
bought a
movies,
Funko myself.
TV shows, and more.
I do get it though, sometimes they make a Funko Pop of something that has like no other merchandise. That was cool. This is Shaun of the Dead there for a second.
Hidden areas, and
But sometimes Funko has merchandise for things that have like almost no merchandise, so I do get it. Like
Battlestar Galactica, they're certainly not
Chucky, yeah, wow, this is gonna have a crazy
Unbox
crossover.
the universe when Funko Fusion pops onto Nintendo Switch September 13th. We've got a smorgasbord of spooky, silly,
And strategic.
strategic
Is it going to be Luigi's Mansion here?
Ready for an adventure of ghoulish proportions? Summon your courage and explore multiple mansions filled with goofy ghosts, tricky traps, and other supernatural shenanigans. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD launches on Nintendo Switch June 27th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
Cool, cool.
Meet the quirky little Denpa Man. Find him, catch him, and lead him on a joyful RPG adventure.
Denpa Man. I don't know if I know this one.
Dungeons and battle monsters. Customize all sorts of outfits. Decorate.
Kind of reminds me. What was that game on the
and more.
I think it was the 3DS.
Plus up to 4 players in local co-op.
Like a Street Pass game or something.
Special Denpa Man.
Somehow the combat kind of reminded me of that.
Free to play and launches as a timed exclusive on Nintendo Switch July 22nd.
Ooh, Metal Slug.
Strategize away in this tower defense installment of the Metal Slug series. Take control of your forces and pulverize enemy strongholds. Choose from over 300 units with different abilities and build out your decks to win tactical tussles. You can also slug it out with other players in online battles. Metal Slug Attack Reloaded storms onto the Nintendo Switch system later.
Reloaded. Okay, that's probably what Pioro was hinting at with Reloaded. They did say something about Reloaded.
On an expedition of the damned in this eagerly awaited sequel.
Darkest Dungeon. Yeah, they also posted something about that.
Board your stagecoach and set off across a decaying landscape to prevent an apocalypse.
I think Pioro retweeted something about Darkest Dungeon, and then one of their tweets they said something about Reloaded. They used the word Reloaded.
After each deadly run. Darkest Dungeon 2 launches on Nintendo Switch July 15th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Halfway done, Mario and Luigi and Dragon Quest are the best announcements. Yeah, I agree. Those are the two best ones we've seen so far.
Classic titles are on the way.
Ooh, okay, here we go.
Play Link's classic 16-bit adventure and team up online to explore randomized dungeons in The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past 4 Swords.
Zero Mission, nice.
The remake of Samus's first adventure in Metroid: Zero Mission.
Well, there we go, guys. We got Zelda and Metroid. Cool.
Plus, coming to the new Nintendo 64.
Ooh, Mature
Nintendo
17
Switch
Plus. We're gonna get
Online
Conquer.
Mature 17 Plus collection of games.
Turok, cool.
Brave the dangerous lost land to stop the campaigners' nefarious schemes in Turok: Dinosaur Hunter. And
Perfect Dark, nice.
infiltrate a corporation to end their alien conspiracy in Perfect Dark, now with online multiplayer. All 4 games will be available for Nintendo Switch.
Nice! Oh, awesome! Very cool.
Members later today.
Sweet deal.
Set sail to save the day.
Perfect Dark's another rare title. Really waiting for Diddy Kong Racing, but Perfect Dark's cool.
This is Verona, a young woman with the ability to communicate.
And yeah, Conquer
with
seems more
phantoms.
possible now that there's a 17 plus version of the N64.
Join her on a journey to save her friend Ash. In this new installment in the Phantom Brave series. Take on tactical turn-based battles, where you'll combine the phantoms you befriended with objects in various ways. Combine phantoms with certain objects to maneuver them. Combine with a cannon to attack a large area. A fan to blow enemies around. Or combine with Verona herself for show-stopping abilities that can turn the tide of battle. Phantom Brave, the Lost Hero, launches on Nintendo Switch next year.
Cool, cool, cool. A lot of games for next year.
This one's gonna take you for a ride.
I'm gonna take you for a ride. Oh, sweet.
7 arcade games featuring Marvel and Capcom characters are
Marvel
fighting their way
superheroes.
onto Nintendo Switch as one collection.
Awesome. I love Marvel superheroes. That arcade cabinet was actually in my local PapaGenos pizza restaurant for a long time.
New Age of Heroes.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2, awesome.
Kingpin in the beat 'em up side scroller The Punisher. And
This is a sweet
more.
announcement. Ooh, wow. Yeah, the Marvel superheroes one was in a local PapaGenos pizza restaurant for a long time where I lived when I was growing up.
Select online mode to challenge rivals around the world.
Ooh, challenge people around the world. Nice.
Or play co-op in The Punisher. You can also cross over to the museum to view artwork or listen
cool.
to music from each game.
There it is.
Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics launches on Nintendo Switch this year.
Sweet. That's a cool one. That's a good surprise. Ooh, Mario Party? There's some rumors of Mario Party. Yeah! Alright.
The latest game in the Mario Party series takes place on an enormous island resort. Get ready
lot of
to
island
jump
stuff.
into
You guys
the
notice
biggest
that?
Selection of Mario Party mini games yet in Super Mario Party Jamboree.
Jamboree. I can't wait for Super Mario Party Box Social.
You'll compete to collect the most stars. Take the escalators to travel between floors in Rainbow Galleria.
Ooh, that one looks cool.
Use in-game coins to get a star at half price when they're on flash sale. But act fast.
Nice.
Ride around and stay
Ninja.
on track in Roll'em Raceway. With the new Turbo Dice item, you can move up to 40 spaces with a lucky roll. Here on Goomba Lagoon, the ebb and flow of the tide can change your path.
Oh, that's cool, right?
Things
The
really get
tide
mixed up when the
rises and lowers.
volcano blows its top.
Golden Goombas.
Along with 5 new game boards, 2 boards from previous Mario
Hey,
Party games
nice.
make their return.
Western Land. Oh, cool. All right.
Mini games are action-packed
I was hoping for,
challenges, speed trials,
DLC for the other one, but that's cool. Old boards are always great.
By gently shaking or tilting your Joy-Con controllers.
Yeah, it should have been DLC. Yeah, I know. You're going to buy a whole new game.
There's a wide variety to enjoy.
It would have been better just do DLC for
Also,
Superstar or whatever it's called.
20 players can go head-to-head online in the Coupathlon mode. Compete against your rivals and aim for first place. Try your best to come
I'm
out
trying to see
on top.
who's playable here. Monty Mole, Spike.
Wait, there are even more new modes? The biggest Mario Party yet will soon be underway when the Super Mario Party Jamboree game launches on the Nintendo Switch system October 17th.
Yeah, I just like Jamboree. It's just funny.
That was the latest installment in the Mario Party series, Super Mario Party Jamboree, with new boards, mini-games, 20-player online gameplay, and more. Get ready for the biggest Mario Party in series history. And now, please take a look at this.
Ooh, this looks awfully Zelda-y. Is it Link? I don't think it's Link. I think they're hiding who it is. Oh, it is Link. But it's Link's Awakening art style. But are we gonna play as Link? Ganon, though. That's sweet. Classic Ganon. Oh, is it the Oracle Final Battle? Ooh, is this an Oracle sequel? Oh no, Link, where are you going? No, Link, no! Yes! Here's Link might be captured this time. Looks cool. Oh, man. Playable Zelda, yeah! Yeah! Echoes of Wisdom. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's got like a wand. So maybe it's
Hello, everyone.
Magic Camp.
I'm A.G. Aonuma,
Sweet.
producer of the Legend of Zelda series. What you
Zelda's
just
the
saw was
protagonist.
The latest installment, The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. This time
Goes with
around,
wisdom.
Link has
Take a little bow. Yeah,
Now,
you're
it's up
welcome.
to
You're welcome.
Princess Zelda to step into the protagonist role. You might be thinking, will Zelda fight with a
Wand of Gamelon remake. Yes.
Here, we wanted to create a
Yeah, it should have been called Missing Link. I like Missing Link too.
Seen in past Legend of Zelda games with a top-down perspective. To explain more, please take a look at this video.
The hero dies timeline. Yeah, right.
Stolen away. Across the vast lands of Hyrule, strange rifts have appeared.
There's like another dimension like taking over. It's pretty cool.
Including Link.
No.
Now alone, Zelda meets the fairy Tri.
Ooh,
Receives
neat.
a mysterious staff called the Tri-Rod and sets off on a journey across Hyrule to save...
It really is Wand of Gamelon. She has a, well, it's a staff. Staff of Gamelon.
By waving the Tri-Rod at a table she found, Zelda learned how to create an imitation of it called an echo. Once you learn an echo of something, you can
That's
recreate
cool.
it whenever you'd like. Even if there's a wall blocking your path, you can create echoes of tables to get a leg up.
So Tri is Zelda's
Just
Navi.
like that. You can create wooden boxes, old beds, and unusual things like water.
Oh man, that's a cool mechanic.
How you
I like
use them
this.
separately or together is entirely
This is gonna have a
up to
lot
you.
of cool.
Learn and create echoes
puzzles.
of things you find while exploring Hyrule.
Oh man, there's so much
You
stuff.
might be surprised at what you discover.
A bunch of bed. Oh man, wow, a 2D Zelda game with kind of the play around with the
Even
physics
battles
of
will look different.
of Tears of the Kingdom.
Pick up and throw a rock echo, for example. That's not all, though. You can also create echoes of monsters. After
Ooh,
doing so, they'll fight by your side. Monsters have different
This looks
abilities,
awesome.
so choose the one you want to
This is
create
cooler than I
based
expected.
on the situation. Wisdom is key, after all.
that was so cool. This looks like it's gonna have the kind of think how to defeat problems however you want that like Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild had, but in a 2D game. Like that's really cool.
In a Hyrule without Link, the fate of the
Ooh,
kingdom
Deku!
is now
And Deku Tree.
in Zelda's hand.
Deku Scrub before.
How was that?
That was
I
awesome.
hope you enjoyed this demonstration of the Echo ability, which channels Princess Zelda's wisdom. There are a lot of echoes in this game. To be honest, I haven't counted them all yet.
Wow.
How you solve puzzles and battle enemies will change depending on the echoes used. In short, we've created a game where each player's experience will be different.
It's like
The
a
Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom launches September
September 26th. Awesome. Looks and oh man, classic Link and Ganon in the background.
Inspired by the Legend of Zelda series will also be available at launch.
Ah!
We hope you're looking forward to playing as Zelda in this new adventure.
Very much so. Looking forward to
Now,
playing
I'd
Zelda.
like to return this moment I'd stolen away back to Mr. Takahashi.
That looks great. That looks amazing.
Thank you, Mr. Aonuma. Please look forward to the newest entry in the Legend of Zelda series. Let's see a few more headlines.
And the Drek's not even over.
Let loose and party on.
Yeah, it's like the 2D Breath of the Wild gameplay they did behind the scenes to test out how Breath of the Wild would function in 2D, but they did it with a two. They just those kind of mechanics, just kind of figure it out yourself mechanics are here. Are here for a 2D game, which is so cool. Yeah, the dance games still exist. What's hilarious about the Just Dance games is that I think, like, I don't know if they still do, but they were still coming out for Wii, like, way past when the Wii was, like, done. Like, these games continue to come out, just because it's like the That's What I Call Music, or the Now, CDs. It's like, it's the same game, just add new tracks or whatever, so. Yeah, they come out all the time, but it's hilarious that, let's see, well, it just says Nintendo Switch. Sometimes it's, like, hilarious, and it'll be like, you can find it for Wii, and you're like, what? For Wii? The last Wii game was 2020 or something. Yeah, exactly, it was, like, way past. Oh, we're actually seeing Lego Horizon here. Nice.
Join Machine Hunter Aloy on a quest.
I knew it was coming out for
to
Switch,
the
so that's
world
cool.
of ancient evil.
Actually, hold on one second.
Journey through lush landscapes. Dive deep into the cauldrons. Climb up onto tall necks and traverse other locations inspired by the original game.
I have a Lego alloy.
Swarms of machines are lurking everywhere.
But they've only made one Lego alloy.
Use an array of
And here's my until Lego Zelda stuff comes. Oh no, he's green, so the green screen's destroying him. This was my old Lego Link, but the green screen doesn't let you see him.
You might even come across the fearsome Thunderjaw.
It was just a Lego Link that I made out of like I think it was like a Robin Hood Lego or something.
Build her home and customize her appearance with lots of outfits. Oh, and you don't have to explore this vast wilderness alone. Team up with familiar faces.
Is it Aloy? I always said Aloy. I don't know. I mean, the game does say her name. I've played it. I have a weird... I sometimes pronounce stuff weird, though. I blame Rugrats. I grew up watching a lot of Rugrats, and they pronounce so many words weird. I'll get stuck on a weird word pronunciation. I'll just... That's how I say it now. So I love how the playable Zelda game is a mainline Zelda game. Yeah, me too. It actually looks really cool. I'm glad it's not like what I was hoping for was like just a Zelda game, but you play a Zelda, 2D Zelda game, and that's what looks like what we're getting. It does not look like Princess Peach Showtime, where it's like, oh, it's a spin-off side game. You play as Zelda, but it's it's not really like a Zelda game. But no, it's just Zelda game play as Zelda. It was awesome. Very excited for that.
Explore alongside a drone known as B-12 to find your way home.
I never played the Stray games. I like the concept's really cool though.
To the highest heights. Create new paths for yourself. And stealthily squeeze into tight spaces. Think like a cat to make your way through the city. Careful though, not everyone is excited to have you slinking around, including hordes of hostile creatures ready to swarm. Keep exploring to venture into more areas of this unfamiliar world and make your way back to safety.
Looks cool.
Stray finds its way onto Nintendo Switch this holiday.
So Stray is cool, but too short. I haven't played it, so... Oh, here's another, farming game or whatever, but set in Lord of the Rings world. Middle-earth. I'm a fan. Big fan.
Nestled away in an idyllic, quiet corner of Middle-earth can be yours.
Yeah, this game, I don't know about the art style. I'm a little on the art style. But I love the idea of a farm simulator game where I'm in the Shire, because honestly, ever since playing Harvest Moon, it's kind of like the appeal there is the same appeal I have of how cool Hobbiton is. It's that same just cozy country life appeal.
By hosting a dinner party with your home.
Someone said Gollum on Switch.
Plus, you can trade with your neighbors for unique decorations or special ingredients for even tastier meals. Friendly hobbits and familiar faces await your arrival.
Okay, cool. It does have Gandalf and assumedly Frodo and Bilbo and them. That's cool.
This holiday.
I dig it. I could see myself getting really into it just because I really like
Interrogate.
Lord of the Rings. Ooh, Interrogate. All right.
2 Ace Attorney spin-off games, including a sequel.
Investigations collection. All right. So Fioro saying investigate or whatever was correct. So wait, is Echoes of Wisdom codename Edward? I have no idea. I assume it is. I have to assume it must be. Like I said, that was not I know I got that right. That was me speculating, putting together different rumors. One of the rumors being Midori's thing, saying there was a game Edward, and Richard was the code name for Link's Awakening. So that was a piece of the puzzle there.
Take a break from your investigation to
I have to assume it's probably the codename Edward game, but I don't know.
Music, including orchestral arrangements, and more. Past and present collide as you uncover the truth.
Who said that Zelda model was the one used in my thumbnail? No, the one in my thumbnail was actually just I googled up Link's Awakening remake Zelda, and I think some person made a a mock-up of what that would probably look like, and that's what I used. So no, I hadn't seen that game. I didn't even know that game was definitely happening. It was speculative. I promise. Even though I got it right, which I'm happy about, but it was just based on rumors and stuff I heard.
After a devastating attack by unknown assailants, Takumi Samino's life gets turned
Educated guess. Someone said it was a great guess. It was an educated guess. Like I said, based off of rumors and stuff. But I put pieces together. I did not know for certain.
Get out of harm's way. He's then forced to enroll at the Last Defense Academy, along with 15 other students.
Oh, anime.
Their mission is to defend the school from hostile student enemies for 100 days.
Who said, have we seen anything that would fit Pioro's emoji tweet? Well, they said it wasn't a Nintendo game. It wasn't first party Nintendo. I don't know.
Unavoidable loss of allies. Can Takumi survive this 100-day trial?
And nothing comes to mind that fits those emojis, but maybe if I go back and be like, oh yeah, it was probably this game. Those all fit.
The creators of Danganronpa present the 100-line Last Defense Academy, launching on Nintendo Switch early next year.
All right, another next year game. A lot of these are actually next year games.
Embark on a saga spanning generations. A full remake of romancing Saga 2 is marching on to Nintendo Switch.
Square with the remakes, Nintendo with the remakes. Remakes are definitely in style.
Rule and expand the Empire of Varen across multiple generations, while challenging the legendary 7 heroes.
Oh, the emojis are the Hello Kitty game, someone said. Oh, yeah, maybe. I'd have to go back and check, but yeah, that might fit.
In combat, use returning Saga features like glimmers.
Yeah, RPG fans are eating very good today.
And formations to enhance abilities.
So Metroid Prime 4 incoming? I hope so. I hope so. Like I said, I have been hearing from what I had gathered, launching fall was the rumor. I wasn't 100% on it though. Like I said, I was more certain of the Zelda game. But
every decision you make will dramatically
if it is launching this year, I do feel like we got to see it here, right? And that was my only reason for thinking it would be in this direct, is because I was hearing this year, but we shall see. But I'm guessing no Twilight Princess HD remaster. Wind Waker HD remaster. Yeah, I feel like those would have been attached to the Zelda game, or they would have had it, like, announced around the same time. No idea what's happening with those. That's been a rumor for a long, long time, and I've said the whole time, like, I haven't heard it. But waiting on them.
You're excited to experience the full remake.
Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War also wasn't here yet.
That's almost everything for today's
Almost
Nintendo.
everything. Is this the final thing?
Next will be our last announcement. Please take a look.
Metroid Prime 4 or Fire Emblem? Seems like probably the two potential candidates. Yes. Prime 4. Awesome. Finally seen it. Finally we're seeing it. Federation Force 2. Yeah, we've canceled Prime 4. We're doing Federation Force 2. Oh man, it looks so good though. The music. Silex? Yes! Yes, Silex! Oh, finally. How long have we been waiting to find out more about this guy? Oh, the title looks cool with the purple. Beyond. Ooh, I like it. Oh, awesome. Yeah, Metroid are back. Metroid were behind Silex. 25. Oh, okay. It's not this year. Ugh. Well, I was wrong about the release window, but right about it being here at least, though I was guessing based on a release window.
That was a first look at Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. After a very long time, we are finally able to share more information about this title. Release is planned for 2025. So
yeah, awesome direct, amazing direct.
We hope you're looking forward to Samus Aran's new adventure.
Oh, definitely am.
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Whoa! All right, well there we go. Pretty sweet Direct if you ask me. I can't wait to play it in 2028. Yeah, so I'm a little shocked because my whole reason for thinking Prime 4 would be here is because I heard it was going to be a fall this year title, like the holiday title, which didn't happen. Obviously, it's 2025, but obviously things shuffle around. So I don't know, maybe it was old information, maybe it was totally wrong information. But hey, we got Prime 4 either way, showing off in the Direct, so I'll take it as a win. The big win, though, of course, 2D Zelda game starring Zelda, so sweet deal with that one. Yeah, I think this was a very good Direct. The Mario and Luigi game totally surprised me, and obviously I'm a big Mario RPG fan, so yeah, that was probably the big surprise of this Direct, which is great. And Donkey Kong, getting the Donkey Kong game shown off here. I was thinking Donkey Kong was going to happen later, but maybe that's it, because I think it was a 2025 thing, so maybe that was Donkey Kong thing. I don't know. But yeah, pretty sweet. Someone said Zelda is all I need to be glad. Yeah, the Zelda game, amazing. So yeah, very, very happy we got that Zelda game. And looks awesome. The whole mechanics of it, where it just seems like you're going to be able to tackle so much of the game. Like, how do I get over there? How do I beat this enemy? How do I do this? It's going to be, that Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom thing where it's like, oh, I figured out you can do this. You can mix these items around and do this. You can, they showed, she put, some food down and the enemies flew over to it, and then she summoned an enemy that killed the other enemies. So it was like, there's going to be so many ways to get over obstacles and do stuff, which is so interesting with a 2D game because, playing like Link's Awakening remastered recently, that game is very specific how you get past every obstacle. Like, oh, you can't open up that part of the map until you beat this dungeon and get this. This is going to be much more open, I feel like, which is just so crazy to think about how that's going to work in a 2D game. We haven't had that yet in a 2D game. 2D games are usually very specific on how you get past and do things. So a more open one is just interesting. I mean, we had with Link Between Worlds, you could do the dungeons in any order because you could get the items at any time. But this is I don't know if they can lock you out of anywhere if I can just potentially get this item and whatever. It's going to be more like Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom, that's awesome. Very cool. Do I think there will be a September Direct? Probably. There usually is. I assume as much. It might not be a big Direct, but I assume there'll probably be one. Oh yeah, the Marvel vs. Capcom game. I spaced about that one too. That was awesome. This was quite a good Direct, I feel like. Yeah, very much so a good Direct. September Direct with Prime 2 and 3 remastered. Oh yeah, that's a possibility. They could do maybe Prime 2 and 3 will happen, and they'll fill the gap of Prime 4. So I have no idea. Like I said, I heard it was launching this year. That was my whole reason for thinking Prime 4 was going to be in this Direct. Just if it's launching this year, it's got to be here, right? But obviously that was wrong. But release dates do change around, so that might have been old information. I don't know, or maybe it was just totally wrong. It could have been totally wrong information. Not going to act like I called it when that was clearly wrong. But if it was initially we know the Switch successor was maybe going to be this year, pushed back. Maybe Prime 4 was initially this year, pushed back. So maybe to fill the gap, they could do 2 and 3 or something. I haven't heard anything about 2 and 3, but yeah, it's possible. Donkey Kong Country Returns is great. Cool game. I like that game, and I love having as many great games just available on Switch as possible, which is just slowly continues to happen. And if the Switch successor console is backwards compatible and they keep, adding older games, that continues to just be a theme with Nintendo. Eventually we might have the whole Nintendo library on a single console, which would be amazing. Oh yeah, Perfect Dark on NSO was cool. Four Swords and Zero Mission on NSO was cool. Oh yeah, we didn't get Pikmin 4 DLC. I wanted that so bad. Yeah, no Pikmin 4 DLC. Nothing Mother, which I know is that music of Mother thing going on. So it must be whatever director of Mother series you're talking about must be outside of this Direct. But yeah. I mean, we got the two things that I was hoping and predicting we'd get: Prime 4 and the Zelda game. So pretty great. Yeah, Pikmin 4 DLC would be so great. I mean, maybe that could be a September Direct thing. Like, I don't know what would be in the September Direct. Considering, or assuming we'll get September Direct. Mario & Luigi, Ace Attorney, Dragon Quest, Donkey Kong Country Returns. Yeah, those were all good. Yeah, there was quite a lot of good stuff here, I feel like. For especially, I mean, considering this. Considering this is the end of the Switch's lifespan, like, this could be the last. Like I said, I'm kind of thinking we will get a September Direct. But a lot of people are saying, is this going to be the last Switch-focused Direct or what? It could be. Considering all of that, pretty strong Direct. Like, it was not a weak Direct. It was not a Direct where it was like, oh, there's not much in here, you know, that you might expect at the end of a console's life cycle. There was strong stuff here. Pikmin 4 DLC season. Yeah, I mean that could, like, you could do some DLC announcements in a September Direct. You could showcase some of these games, give them specific release dates that were just like, you know, announced here, but you could show off more of them. Yeah, I don't know. If there is a September Direct, I would imagine that one might be a little light on games. But yeah, that could be the Wind Waker, Twilight Princess HD games. Those do exist. You could save that for September Direct. Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War. Basically all the stuff that's been rumored for like a really long time. If those things are even real, it's like at a certain point, it's been like years, and it's like, okay, was it ever real, or is it just been passed around over and over and over again that people believe it exists, but it doesn't. I do think we'll get Conker's Bad Fur Day with the new mature N64 NSO. Yeah, I think they probably did that, you know, to be able to release games like Conker and stuff like that. We got Perfect Dark. There's rare games already on there. I'm still waiting on Diddy Kong Racing, personally. But yeah, it does seem like they're just slowly trickling the big rare N64 games. So Conker, eventually, I do feel like we'll be there. Imagine the next Direct they announced Smash Brothers. I think like the earliest we could hear about Smash, unless they show it off right away with the launch of the Switch 2 or Switch successor console. That's probably the earliest, absolute earliest we could see it, though. I'm not expecting that. I would maybe start expecting the possibility, not like really expecting it, but the possibility of it, like next year this time. Like next year, June Direct, maybe they'd give us like what they did with Splatoon, where it's like, here's a little tease, Smash is in the works. But I wouldn't expect to get it till... I don't know, a little later, 2026 maybe. I mean, maybe it would be end of 2025, but again, I'm being like really, really, really hopeful. It's probably later than that. But yeah. Mario and Luigi, yeah, I thought Mario and Luigi looked great. I was very shocked about that one. I mean, I thought after Mario RPG and Thousand Year Door, it was like, okay, well, there's our Mario RPG. They focused on the Mario RPG games, but it looks like they're really leaning into, you know, how popular the Mario RPG games are. So yeah, I'm excited to see Mario and Luigi. What was it, Brothership? And this will be, I'm assuming, not made by Alpha Dream, so because they're gone, right? Unless that studio came back or something, I doubt it. So I'm wondering who's making it and everything, but. Yeah, I thought that series was just gone. I thought that series died with Alpha Dream. So very cool to see a new Mario and Luigi game. And honestly, I mean, they just did, you know, Mario RPG, and the Mario and Luigi games did have Geno in one of them. Geno was in Superstar Saga, the first release of Superstar Saga. When they re-released the remaster of Superstar Saga, they took Geno out of the game. He had a very small cameo in like a mini game. But maybe, I mean, Geno was just in a Nintendo game. If this is a new Mario RPG game, they could throw Geno. Maybe Geno and Mallow will show up in there. Maybe just as like a cameo or something. But that would be so cool. Like that would be really awesome. So I can get speculative with that game. Excited. Always got to hope for Geno in games, right? So it's a possibility. That would be cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a very good time for Mario RPG fans. Definitely a very good time. Oh, maybe there'll be a co-op game. Yeah, it's possible. I mean, that's always been a thing with those games, is that you play as the two characters at once, which gives it an interesting control scheme and everything. But yeah, maybe they could make it co-op. Maybe they'll announce that later, that hey, and the game features co-op. Because obviously it's a game based on a duo, so making one that is co-op seems like a no-brainer. So yeah. What did I think of the Direct? I thought it was great. Awesome Direct. I mean, we got the two things that I kind of predicted and really wanted to see here, the Zelda game and Prime, and then got a Mario RPG game. So I'm a Mario RPG fan, obviously, so that's great. And then there was a bunch of other good stuff. The Marvel vs. Capcom game was awesome. Donkey Kong Country Returns was a surprise. I didn't think anything Donkey Kong was going to happen for a while, but that's cool to get. What else was in there? I'm sure there was other stuff that I'm spacing on at the moment, but yeah, I thought it was good. It felt like we never went very long where it was like this string of like, okay, these are boring games, nothing great. It was always like, oh, that was really awesome. Okay, these cool. It looks cool. Oh, that's awesome. Cool. That's awesome. Like I never felt like it was there's no lull, and it was 40 minutes of a Direct that felt like it kept having heavy hitters enough to fill it up. Again, in a Direct that is at the end of the console's lifespan, which is crazy. So yeah, Samus for Fortnite. Yeah, I know that was like a thing that like Fortnite wanted Samus or something, but Nintendo wanted. I think Nintendo was like cool with it. I'm don't quote me on this. I'm trying to remember. I think Nintendo was cool with it, but only if it was exclusively to Switch. Was that correct? But Fortnite didn't want to make it exclusive. Something like that. Yeah, playable Geno and Mario and Luigi would be really cool. Or what about this? What if there's like a section of the game where like you play as Geno and Mallow together, like for like just one little like section of that game? That would be cool. That would be great. I'd be so pumped for that. So yeah, a lot of good stuff here. Ooh. I don't know what else to say on it. Oh, it showed up as a default skin everywhere else except the Switch or something? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't follow Fortnite stuff too heavily. And I only really knew about that one because it was Nintendo stuff, so I was interested. But I'm not much of a Fortnite guy. What was Peoro's emoji tweet? Someone claimed it was probably Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Oh, Mickey? Was it Mickey Illusion Game? I don't know. I'll have to go back, or maybe Peoro will just spill the beans and say what they were hinting at. They did get. They said Reloaded. They said in Investigation, and we got the Ace Attorney game. And what one was Reloaded? Something was Reloaded. So yeah, their hints were correct, but they were still light on the hints. Though I think they said 2D. I think they said the 2D Zelda game would be a remake, which it obviously is not. So, but they said to take that one with a grain of salt. It does seem like whatever, however they were doing the past directs with their very surefire tweets. They were only sure about a few things in this one. They were not sure about too much. Puro said to watch the Japan Direct. Okay, so maybe something was announced in the Japanese Direct that wasn't here. Does anybody know? Was anything Mother maybe shown in the Japanese Direct? Because I know the director of the Mother series was saying to buy tickets for the music of Mother before, I think, the 17th. I don't know, time zone-wise. I'm not sure if that lined up with this Direct, and I feel like it doesn't, right? Japan's ahead of us, so... and the 17th was before today, so... I think it's like 11 o'clock at night, or maybe more like midnight now. Midnight the 19th now in Japan. Yeah, there was no Pokemon ZA, unfortunately. But that, Pokemon Company likes to do stuff in the Pokemon Presents a lot of the time. So, yeah. Yeah, probably have to wait for Pokemon Presents. All right, okay, well... I'll wrap it up in 2 minutes here. I'll wrap it up at 11 a.m. Because I don't know if I have too much more to say on this Direct. It was good. It was great. Prime 4 looks awesome. I'm really glad Silex is here, because it was one of those things where when a game takes this long to come out, and Silex was teased, I don't know how many years ago we got the Silex tease, but a very long time ago. So it's one of those things where it's almost like when a game is that long in development, it's like, are they going to follow through with whatever they teased before, or are they just going to drop that because whatever idea that was is just, they're done with it. So I'm glad that is here. Getting a little tight from sitting here for so long. Does anybody know what was in the Japan? If Piero's saying to look at the Japan Direct, does anybody know what was in the Japan Direct that wasn't here? Hunter's Remake. Hunter's Remake would be cool. I know a lot of people want like 2 and 3, Prime 2 and 3 remastered. Or just ported. HD port would be cool too. But yeah, Hunters would be cool. We got Zero Mission on NSO, which is cool. Silex in the next Smash. Silex would make a cool Smash character. I really liked... excuse me. I really liked Ravenbeak in Dread. So, yeah, Ravenbeak would be sick to get in Smash. But Silex is cool too, so yeah, Silex would be cool. And if Silex does a bunch of cool stuff in this game, which I suspect he will, that'd be cool. Someone said, oh wow, we are getting a new Zelda game as the leak you showed largely described. So that wasn't a leak. That was bits and pieces of rumors that I got more and more confident in as I was, just putting it together. So yeah, that was speculative. I was right, but it was speculative. Similarly, Prime 4, I was like, I think it's here because I had heard it's releasing this fall, but obviously it's not releasing this fall. It's releasing in 2025. So yes, I can be wrong about stuff. I just hear rumors and I attempt to guess at stuff and speculate stuff. So yeah, I'm not 100%. I'm not. I don't just know what's in here and get that stuff. I did not know. Did not know for certain. Yeah, no Wind Waker or Twilight Princess HD. We talked about that. But if there's a September Direct, then maybe it'll be there. All right. Okay. It's 11 a.m. now. I've been streaming for a little while. We don't have too much more to say on this Direct. I thought it was awesome. Great Direct. Good Direct. Very happy we got the 2D Zelda, playable Zelda. Boom. I'm glad we got that one. Glad Prime 4 was here. And the Super Mario and Luigi game. Those are probably my 3 highlights here. Super Mario and Luigi Brothership. Super surprised, and that's awesome. Very, very, very cool. All right. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Yeah, good one. I'm glad we have games to look forward to again, as we were running real low with just the World Championship Edition and Luigi's Mansion, basically, to look forward to. So, yeah. R.I.P. Star Fox Mother and Pikmin fans. Hey, I mean, if there is a September Direct, that could be, maybe they're saving something like Pikmin 4 DLC for that. Maybe the September Direct's a little lighter. It could have, like, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess HD ports, DLC for some games, some other stuff like that. And I don't know if there's a September Direct. Maybe we don't get one. We just usually do, so... Though I guess I could see, being the end of the Switch's lifespan, this could be one of the years where we don't. But yeah, maybe they're holding a few smaller things for September Direct. Highlight some of these games further, and a few smaller announcements. Oh, thanks for the get well soon. I hope I feel better. Yeah, I've been a little under the weather. It's not too bad. Like, I didn't cough too much during the stream, so I was coughing real bad like 2 days ago. It's hard to record, actually. Some of the videos I made, but I feel like I'm getting over it. And there's like a heat wave right now where I am, New England, and I feel like even if I'm sick, like it's just like if it's hot, it like my throat. It's like a head cold, sore throat, cough type thing. And it's like, but if it's really hot, it's like it kind of gets rid of it for you, because yeah. All right, okay, all right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Awesome Direct. Catch you guys later.